Welcome to Cassie's Eclectic Garden. I'm Cassie and I garden in zones 5B, 6A in Northwest Ohio. And today we're going to talk about a plant that is, I think, often overlooked and not grown in very many people's gardens. And it's a very important pollinator plant. We'll be right back. Today we're going to talk about a plant that is a wonderful pollinator. It has many different types of pollinating insects that are attracted to it, and this plant is called bee's friend. The scientific name is Phacelia tanacetifolium. That's a big word. It's also called blue or purple tansy, fiddleneck, lacy scorpionweed. This plant has fern-like leaves, which make it very soft and frilly looking. It's hardy in zones 3 to 10, and surprisingly, it's part of the borage family. It likes full sun, and its season is late spring through summer and all the way into September, so it has a nice long bloom time. It gets 1 to 3 feet tall and spreads 1 to 3 feet wide, and mine's about 2 feet tall, but I have it in a container, so that could be why it's a little smaller. These plants should be spaced 12 to 15 inches apart. They have a low water need, so they are drought tolerant, they're drought resistant, and they have a medium maintenance. They like any type of soil with any type of pH, soil pH, but the soil needs to be well drained. Here we've got a bee busy at work getting nectar off of this plant. He is a little teeny tiny thing. These plants are native, surprisingly, all across Canada. Also in California, northeastern Maine, Massachusetts, Michigan, the Pacific Northwest, Nevada and Arizona, and the southwestern US, and even into northern Mexico. The plant we were showing was in a container. I also have, as you can see here, more bee's friend scattered throughout my mini prairie garden where I have a lot of my pollinator plants. I planted these from seed. You can plant seeds outdoors in the early spring when the soil is still cool and a light frost is still possible. And you can even plant them in the fall in mild winter areas and let them overwinter. You need to plant the seeds 1/8 of an inch deep in full sun, but they need to be covered in order to germinate, and they will normally germinate in 7 to 12 days if you keep the soil wet, which you should do with all seeds when you plant them, is keep the soil wet. And once they start to germinate, you need to start thinning them from 4 to 12 inches. Now, if you have sensitive skin, you should wear long sleeves and gloves when you garden around these plants, because the tiny hairs on the Phacelia can cause skin dermatitis. Now, bee's friend is not only a wonderful pollinating plant, but it can also be grown as a cover crop to protect and enrich the soil with nitrogen. You can use it in your vegetable garden to attract the good bugs that will eat the bad bugs. Bee's friend is a self-seeder, but it's not invasive. It can become quite weedy though, so you need to keep an eye on it. It attracts a lot of beneficial insects. That includes various bees, specialized bees, syrphid or hoverflies, minute pirate bugs, and parasitic wasps, moths and butterflies, lacewings, and ladybugs. As with any plant, you need to be sure to check on information for your location, which can vary from area to area. Also, I'm going to put a link to the Xerces Society media page, and they have links to information by region for all native plants. That's it for today. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next one.